Why crypto? I always start with this story by saying we need to take a good consideration of where we find ourselves right now. We're in the fourth industrial revolution. Previously, that was built from the third industrial revolution, where it was more about the digital era and how that renaissance needed more speed and efficiency, and this is where we find ourselves in. And we are on the cusp of the fifth industrial revolution, which is called, or at least labeled, the imagination age. What is interesting about it, you find that the key ethos around this is moving from a centralized model to a decentralized state. You have AI, you have cryptocurrencies, all of them fundamentally moving to a decentralized realm. I like referring to AI as decentralized intelligence, as well as we find currencies as decentralized. However, decentralized doesn't necessarily mean unregulated, and that's always a misnomer that has to be clarified. Where we find ourselves, if we look down and just peel down the layers, you have this fourth industrial revolution, you have digital ledger technologies, which is one of the fundamental blocks of what the infrastructure looks like. And from there, you start seeing utilization of that technology in the form of blockchain, which is data that's collected into blocks and linked to each other in such a way that it makes it almost impossible for someone to hack or someone to alter the ledger. And then from there you find digital assets, you find cryptocurrencies, and ultimately the various plethora of different cryptocurrencies. One in very particular, which we'll get into more detail throughout the course of the day, is stablecoins. But this is just a quick 101 lesson, because I know that some people in the crowd might not be familiar with where cryptocurrencies fits within this ecosystem. Hopefully this will help.